So I've just woke up after doing a night shift and I'm absolutely knackered. I've had about 4 hours sleep, the little one's at nursery, and I thought I would come into the garden. Let me put the cup down. I've come into the garden and realised that my raised beds are overrun with not hundreds, not thousands, but millions of flea beetles. I feel like there's approximately 7 million of these little buggers. This is one of the raised beds and honestly, there is hundreds of them. Oh gosh, get off me. Oh, they've absolutely gone to town on the nasturtiums and I'm honestly thinking, do I just pull them all out? I feel like I've neglected the garden over the past couple of days and I probably should have noticed this a little bit earlier. I've got 2 hours to have a bit of a garden reset to see if I can get on top of these little feckers. I'm going to try and harvest a few things and then I've got some food to make with the things that we've grown. So these are the problem. Oh God. They've turned my nasturtiums into little sieves. I feel like I'm absolutely covered in these bugs. Oh, don't think I've ever seen a plant eat something so enthusiastically. Don't think I'll be eating these now. So a quick Google says to put some sticky tape around the area that's affected, which I've done. And it has worked. Probably got about 1% of the population on this piece of tape alone. We're gonna need a lot more tape. The weird thing is they've absolutely hammered the nasturtiums, but everything else, touch wood, seems to be unaffected. The problem seems to be the nasturtiums. I guess that was the point of planting them. They are a natural pest attractant. Is that the right word? I just think next time I'll be planting them away from the raised beds as opposed to in the raised beds. You might see my previous video where I said that the nasturtiums were taken over. I think they're gonna have to come out. I think given the sheer amount of beetles that there are in the raised bed, I think we are way past the point of giving it a little haircut or a tidy up. I really want to avoid putting pesticides down because I want all the food to be natural and free from nasty chemicals. So I'm going to get myself a big bag and get all the nasturtiums out. I've just spotted one of the cats playing hide and seek. Hi, Ghost. I'm actually going to put them in our compost bin. I'm going to make sure that I give them a really good shake off before I put them in the bin. I don't want any pests or anything going in with the compost. Pinning them on all these nasturtiums, I've actually discovered a couple more cucumbers. These will do perfect for a little cucumber salad later on. It's already starting to look so much more healthier. I'm also going to do a little harvest whilst we're here. So that's a raised bed's all tidied now. Hopefully the flea infestation is under control. I'll do a little update tomorrow and let you all know how we get on. In other news, this is what I've just picked from the garden. So we've got some lovely tomatoes. I know these ones are still a little bit green, but I couldn't wait. I wanted to pick them off. We've also got some lovely fresh lettuce, some spinach. I've got about 4 cucumbers, which I'm going to make a really nice cucumber salad. So I'm almost out of my cucumber salad. So what better time to use the cucumbers that I've just picked to top it up. It's super easy to make. It takes less than a minute. You literally chop some cucumbers, put some spices in there, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, some soy sauce, some chili, the secret ingredient, a little shot of tequila. And you've got yourself a super simple, crunchy cucumber chili salad. That's a mouthful. Delicious. It's spicy, it's crunchy, it's salty, it's sweet. It's had a little bit boozy. That will spice up any salad that you've got. Delicious. Now this is probably one of my favourite experiments that I've done at the moment. I've been trying to get better at using bits of food or scraps that we'd usually just throw away. So in here, I've got some pineapple scraps, I've got some strawberry tops, I've also got some ginger. I've put them in a jar with some sugar and water, and I'm basically gonna let this ferment. So the idea is that the naturally occurring yeasts on the fruit start feeding on the sugar, and over time they start to sort of ferment and bubble away, and it should create a really nice fermented sparkling drink. So it's been about 3 days now and we have got some bubbles on the top. If you have got yours stored in a tight container, just remember to burp it daily, otherwise you might end up with a mini explosion. And talking from previous experience, I've done this with wine before and nearly ruined our whole flooring in our old house. I'm sort of hoping it does taste delicious and that I've not created a mini nuclear weapon. I'll make sure to keep an eye on it over the next few days, give it a stir if necessary. Only time will tell. In other news, I totally forgot to film myself picking the marrows, but this is one of 3 or 4 huge marrows that I picked last week. I actually turned them into a huge moussaka. Again, I didn't film the process, but I'll put a little photo here. So that is today's garden update. Sorry it's a short one. I came home from a night shift feeling absolutely knackered. I've had 3 hours sleep. I really had no energy to film this video, but I'm glad that I did. It's not just giant vegetables and huge harvests. Sometimes it's you standing in your garden at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, wondering why approximately 6 million bugs have decided to declare war on your garden. Have you had any issues with flea beetles? If you've got any tips of getting rid of flea beetles, then leave your suggestions in the comments below. And if you want to see if that pineapple, strawberry, ginger concoction turns into something beautiful, or is a bit of a disaster that I end up pouring down the sink, make sure to subscribe. I would like to say I can go to bed now and have a few hours sleep, but I've got to pick the little one up from nursery. See you next Tuesday.